Good evening, I'm Henderson, and this is Rapid Report. Tonight, we bring you a deep global update. From the physical aftermath of missile warfare in the Middle East to escalating regional tensions and major political developments across Asia. We begin with the human and physical aftermath of war. Across Israel and the West Bank, massive fragments of Iranian ballistic missiles are now scattered across everyday environments. Schoolyards, roadsides, and even farmland. Some of these fragments are enormous, reportedly the size of small trucks, crashing down after being intercepted mid-air by Israeli defense systems. Near the city of Nablus, a missile fragment struck an olive grove. While in another incident, children were seen climbing on debris that landed inside a school playground. But these remnants of war are far from harmless. Authorities warn that missile fragments may contain unexploded ordnance or toxic materials. Israel's emergency services have urged civilians to stay away, warning of potential explosions or dangerous shrapnel. After nearly a month of conflict, both Israelis and Palestinians are now living with these daily reminders of war, objects that turn ordinary spaces into potential danger zones. The conflict is also expanding beyond its original front lines. Israel has reported detecting a missile fired from Yemen, the first such launch since the war with Iran began. At the same time, Israel continues to strike targets inside Iran's capital, signaling that the conflict remains active and volatile. Meanwhile, Marco Rubio stated that the United States expects military operations to conclude within weeks, not months. But despite that projection, the war has already caused widespread devastation. Thousands have been killed, and global energy markets are facing one of their largest disruptions in recent history: the spread of conflict, from Iran to Israel, and now involving Yemen, raises concerns that the situation could evolve into a broader regional war. In South Asia, a major political development is unfolding in Nepal. Former Prime Minister Oli has been arrested over his alleged role in failing to prevent deadly protests last year. The unrest, driven largely by younger Gen Z protesters, resulted in the deaths of 76 people over 2 days. Authorities say Oli and former officials may have been negligent in stopping the violence. Oli, along with former Home Minister Ramesh Lekak, is now in custody and expected to appear in court. His legal team has called the arrest unlawful, arguing there is no risk of him fleeing. The arrest comes just after a major political shift, following the rise of a new prime minister backed by anti-corruption sentiment. In Southeast Asia, Thailand is preparing for a new government amid economic pressures linked to the global energy crisis. Anutin Charnvirakul says a new cabinet will be formed within days. The government is racing to stabilize the economy as rising oil prices, driven by the Middle East conflict, begin to impact everyday life. Officials have ended caps on oil prices and are planning tax cuts and subsidy programs to ease the burden on citizens. Thailand currently holds over 100 days of oil reserves, but leaders warn that continued instability could strain supply. The country is now seeking additional imports from nations including Brazil, Nigeria, and Kazakhstan. Authorities are also coordinating closely with Iran to ensure the safe passage of Thai vessels through the Strait of Hormuz. From missile debris falling in civilian areas, to expanding regional conflict, to political upheaval and economic pressure, the ripple effects of this war are being felt across the globe. What began as a regional confrontation is now influencing global markets, governments, and everyday life. As the situation continues to evolve, the coming weeks could prove critical, not just for the Middle East, but for the entire world. We'll continue to bring you the latest developments as they happen. Like, subscribe, and stay informed with Rapid Report. I'm Henderson. Stay informed.